Hello, I'm Varun Kamawat. I'm a member of the DevHub community. So I'm here to present before you the web development roadmap. I'm just going to give you a brief explanation of this. This is built by the members of the DevHub community. Right. One more thing before we start, we have like two routes, basics and the additionals. First of all, let's start with the basics. Okay. Inside basics, we have HTML. Okay. So for each of these points, for each of the tech, I've provided resources and I've provided some explanation like what is HTML, what is a markup language, what is markdown syntax, right? Just the basics. And like these basics are very important. You need to understand that. After HTML, we have CSS. What is CSS? What is cascading in CSS? Okay. And the resources. After that, super important JavaScript. I've provided some resources, 30 days of JavaScript and JavaScript.info. Like all the resources which we have provided here, they are trustworthy. Okay, they all have been tested by the community. After that, we have REST API. Okay, in REST API we have the consumption and creation of REST API that we need to consider. And of course, after REST API we can move on to React. What is React? React is a library. We need to understand what is a library, what is a framework, right? After React, we have Node.js. What's Node.js? Node.js is a JavaScript runtime. What's a runtime? You'll get everything here. Okay. After Node.js, we can understand Express. Express is built on top of Node.js, so that makes sense. After Express, we can move on to DB databases. Okay, MongoDB is one, and if you need to try the alternative, you can try SQL-based databases. All right. After MongoDB, we can move on to TypeScript. Okay, TypeScript is just a variation of JavaScript, but it's different. Okay, they both are not the same. After TypeScript, you can move on to Next.js. What's Next.js? Next.js is a framework built on top of React. I've also provided some major concepts you can go through when learning Next.js. Okay, it's super important. But first of all, you need to clear your React basics before you move on to Next.js. Then we have Tailwind CSS. Okay, now I'm in the additionals route. In the additionals route, I have Tailwind CSS. Okay, I have explained what is Tailwind, what are utility classes, what is utility first, all the major concepts. After that, we can move on to these backend as a service platforms. Okay, like nhost, Supabase, and Firebase. So with using all these, you don't have to create a backend from scratch like we are doing with MongoDB and SQL-based databases. Right. After that, we have our UI libraries, ShedCN and MUI headless UI. Okay, I usually prefer ShedCN because it provides us with built-in components, so which we can directly put in our application and of course modify them. SQL. Okay, what is SQL? What is PostgreSQL? What is MySQL? And of course the comparison. After that, we have some state management tools, Redux Toolkit, and Context API. You can refer the resources, you can refer the description of each of them. And of course, you need to go through the version control, you cannot ignore this. What is Git, what is version control, what is GitHub, Git versus GitHub. Okay, a lot of people use Git and GitHub interchangeably, but that's not the case. You need to understand the basics. After that, last but not the least, we have real-time communication. What is that? Inside that, we have WebSockets and WebRTC. What is socket.io? Important library. You need to take care of all of this stuff. Of course, this is not complete. So I request, like, if you can provide some feedback, that would be really great. And join the DevOps community. Let us know how you feel about this roadmap. And guess what? Thank you.